guys, Misaki from Team E here, aka Situation, and I'm here to show you a tutorial on advanced finger waves, finger rolls, pretty much advanced liquid. For this tutorial, I'm going to separate it into 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be all the moves and the names of them. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of all liquid moves that I know and I've seen. Part 2, I'm going to go in depth and explain each move one by one. And part 3, I'm going to give you tips, tricks, and ways to expand your finger rolls. So I hope this helps, and here we go. I'm going to show you all of the moves of liquid that I'm going to do in this video and show you. Little disclaimer, you need to know how to do a finger roll, finger wave, closed finger wave, and other sorts of things before you want to watch this video, because you're going to basically need those moves to go on to a more advanced level of it. So just a little disclaimer. But alright, starting off, I'm going to show you the separated finger roll. This is different from a big finger roll, just separated finger roll. Next move, I'm going to show you the reverse finger wave. Next move, I'm going to show you the vertical finger wave. Closed finger waves, but more variations of it, like liquid waves. I like to call these finger 8s because you're basically drawing 8s, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Finger 8. And last, threading. Separated finger roll. So I put this in the advanced tutorial because the way I learned finger rolls, in my preference, I learned, the big finger roll. And now coming across this, I personally find it a lot harder. Because the lights kind of... So, first off, you're going to put your hands out, and one by one, stick out your fingers. And then one by one, close them back. You want to get to the point where your lights won't really clash, but then again, that's really hard. What helps is if you turn the way you turn your hand. You don't want to go too in, you don't want to go too out. You want to have it at the right position, and then you turn it back out. I'm not going to go through this one too thoroughly because, again, this is kind of a basic move. It's within the finger rolls, so I'm going to kind of move on from there. Just a little breather. Next move. This is actually a pretty advanced move, and it took me a little bit to learn. It's the reverse finger wave. So first off, a lot of people who have this down, here's the problem. When they come across this and they can't really do it, they get kind of frustrated, but then you have to remember that this probably took you a long time, and you need the same amount of patience within this to get this. So the first thing you should do when learning this, after you have this down, put your hands like this, and instead of trying to go directly into this, stick one finger out, and basically all you want to try to do is open it and close it. Open it and close it. Open, close. Open, close. This is actually pretty tricky because on your right hand, you're going from pinky to index. On your left hand, you're going index to pinky. So it can be kind of tricky the first time, but eventually the more you practice this, the more freedom your hands will get till the point where you can just simply do that. Little tip here, for this, you want to rest your hand, and you want to have it at the right part, and then eventually you'll be able to do both sides. The next one is the well-known closed finger wave. I didn't know what to call it, so I called it closed finger wave. And basically, to get this down, you're gonna take one hand, and at first it's gonna feel weird doing this, but have one hand completely idle, while this hand is going to push it. So push, and then push back. Push, push back. Push, push back. Push, push back. Now when you have this down, because this is a basic one, I don't want to go too in depth with it. There are different variations, so you can go and then put this hand over it so that both hands are facing down, and then do the same thing. With this, the key to this is make sure both hands are pushing towards each other. This way you get that even balance, so it's not like, but make sure when you're going down, the hand that's pushing is always going to be the one leading. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. You can lead this into another. You can lead this into the vertical finger wave. And then back in. You can go down. You can put your, another thing that kind of helps other people, you can put your thumb inside. Not sure who this might help, but it helped me. So, there you go. The last move I'm going to show you how to do is threading. And threading is actually when your fingers cross each other in that same row. So, basic threading is, and threading can lead into a lot of different moves, like, so first off, you're going to put your hands together like this, fists towards each other, and then you're just going to kind of tilt it like this. So if you were to do a finger roll, it'd kind of thread by itself. And threading is actually really easy to get. So first, you're going to put your right finger out, and then your left finger, and your right hand again, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. And what you want to do is you want to create this motion. So it's right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. And once you get this down, it's actually really easy to start doing it again. So this is threading. Other forms of threading are so that's about it. Tips, tricks, and expanding on your finger rolls. Now, the tutorials I did were very broad, and it's not so in-depth because each finger liquid tutorial, it should apply to how your fingers are flexible, how you move, your style, and there's no real tutorial on how to do a certain move. I just gave you the basics, and you have to interpret it the way you think and create that move and make it your own style. So, tips, tricks, and little ways to expand your finger rolls. A tip for liquid and most movements in light shows, you never want to have your elbows stabbed. What I mean is, you never want to give a light show with your elbows in like this, because this really limits your liquid. I've seen a lot of people do this at events, just kind of stabbing your elbows, but that actually really limits your liquid and makes you look really stiff in your shows. So what you want to do, move your elbows, air out your armpits. Just move your elbows along with the show. Surprisingly, this really allows your hands and your elbows and your body to do more of the work than rather having your fingers do all the work. And so yeah, air out your armpits and move your elbows. The last little tip is, don't always flex your fingers during a finger wave. Don't always flex it. What I mean by flex is having them extended all the way and like to the point where it's pointing. You can have it flex, then relax, flex, then relax, flex, then relax, flex, relax. This will really help that liquid movement because you never want to be stiff. You want to be liquid and you want to have a constant flow. You never want to go and then stop and then do another move, stop, do another move. With liquid, you really want a constant flow. Same speed, same pace, and then slowly move up. Next, finger dexterity. You want your fingers to bend out more, because the more it bends out, the more you're able to make a bigger flow. You don't want to just do this, you want to kind of have that long bend flow. So just stretch out your fingers every now and then. When you're not doing anything, just stretch them, and hey, they can only get better. Next, practicing your finger rolls outside. Practice makes perfect. So, say you're driving in a car and you're at a red light, just have your finger rolls out on the steering wheel and just move them up, move them down, move them up, move them down, move them up, move them down. This actually really helps your finger dexterity. And for example, just putting your fingers on a table and lifting them up one by one, until you get them all clean. All these little practice things really help when it comes down to your show. Liquid movement, in finger waving and liquiding, it requires a lot of circles. And circles, you're going to have to build with your fingers. So practice just drawing circles, see that? Expanding your finger rolls. So I'm going to show you a move that I made. Personally, I think I made. I've never seen it anywhere else, so I'm just going to claim it. But so it's the vertical finger wave, and you think to yourself you can only do so much with it, but my move for it is, as it goes up, put my fingers down and do the move again. Did you see that? Finger roll up, go down, and do it. So basically, you're doing it upside down 2 times. I'm not sure how that, but just little things like this, you know, like going like doing a finger roll, taking it out, continuing it. All these little ways to expand your finger rolls. You just gotta play with it, toy with it. If it looks stupid at first, try it, get some opinions, and maybe you'll find a new move in the process. But there's so many different variations of liquid that I can't even go in depth with all of them. But I hope this tutorial helped, because this is basically the foundation of most moves, and hopefully you'll grow from here. I can't give you too much, because then you'll just be learning my style. But I want you to just practice everything you learned today, just all these little things, and maybe make a new move out of it. Maybe, I don't know, make a new move out of it, make it your style, show it off, blah blah blah. Alright, so Misogi from Team E, aka Situation. I hope you liked the tutorial.